Hi guys, George here again at Optics Warehouse. Well, not Optics Warehouse, we're back down at Phoenix Airgun Club. Massive shout out to them letting us use the range here today. And today it is Battle of the Chronographs. I have the Garmin Xero and the Athlon Rangecraft chronograph. Very similar units, bit of a price difference between the two. And hopefully I'm going to use them, show you how they work, and you guys can make your mind up on which one suits your needs best. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just put a 13-shot string through both of them. So I'll do one first, do 13 shots, show you the results, then I'll connect to its app and get the results onto my phone, and then I'll move on to the next one and just repeat the same process. The rifle is my HW100 that you've seen in loads of other videos in .22. Today I'm using the 18.13 grain JSB heavies, just for reference. So hopefully it should be a bit slower than what I'm used to, because I've been using the lightweights. Probably give you a quick overview of the two chronographs really. We have start with this one here. This is the Garmin. As you see, it's a pretty small unit. You could fit this in your pocket. You got your tripod there, just twist it on and off. They are supplied with them. Just like so. Nice and lightweight. Controls across the top. Okay, power, return, up and down arrows. You select stuff. And then charging port on the side. And they're around the 530 mark in terms of price point. And then we have the Athlon, which, as you can see, physically larger unit, but very similar sort of form factor to it. Again, you've got the removable tripod. It is on both of them, I should say. A standard, I think it's 3/8 spread, they call it. Standard tripod fitment, so you don't have to use these. You can attach arca plates or other tripods if you want to. One thing to note is the Rangecraft or the Athlon, that is a metal tripod. It's very substantial, and once it's down, isn't going anywhere. The Garmin's is a plastic one. It's going to be fine, but it doesn't feel quite as stable, maybe. Although functionally, I have used both of these before. I haven't found it to make a difference. Controls on the Athlon, I don't know how well you're going to see this. You've got the 3 buttons across the top. Power / return. Options to delete, OK. Arrow buttons are on the side. And then charging port, same place. So there isn't a lot that makes these two chronographs different, really, especially on paper. So it'll be interesting to see if they do different results. Now, you may see in some other videos where they put both chronographs out together and fire through them at the same time. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do them one at a time. And the reason being is I've had a little research on that, and essentially the two radar fields can affect one another, or that's what I've read anyway, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just doing one at a time. So there's just, it's as true results as we can get. So hopefully you should find this fairly interesting. So I'm going to start with the Garmin. So I'll just move the Athlon over here. So we power on, second button in. So I don't know how well you guys are going to see this. See if I can show you. So you've got new session, history settings. We want new session. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've already got it selected on air rifle, but you've got rifle, pistol, bow, air rifle, and other. So I'm going to go OK for air rifle. Enter the weight of your projectile. Yes, please. 18.1. It only goes to 1 decimal point, so 18.13. That's close enough. So, OK. And then clearly says 5 to 15 inches from the barrel. So I'm going to just pop it there. And then click OK. And we're ready to shoot. I don't think you guys can see this, but across the chronograph here, you've got your minimum, your max, and your average. It's the average I'm interested in because I'm using this to set up a ballistic calculator on this Zulus here. and it also gives you a shot count. So, without further ado, let's load up. Make sure that's right. So, just going to make sure that's pointed somewhere safe down range. Firing, analysing 1, 534. So, this bit of footage, I imagine Tom is going to probably start speeding through. Because as much as we all love my voice, I'm sure it's more interesting to see the results. Right, that is my 13 shots. As you see there, last shot dead on 555 feet per second. Doesn't sound too untoward for that power of pellet, or that weight of pellet. Don't want to be over the limit at all. So, don't know how well you can see this. My minimum, 534.8 feet per second. My maximum, 555.5 feet per second, and an average of 550.7. Okay, so as you can see, I've literally just opened my shooting apps here. Go into the shot view app. Load up. You can see I've got previous sessions there. Some of that is not air rifle stuff, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, so we go over to devices, I believe. As you see, I've already synced this. The app, these chronographs do just walk you through it. They are dead simple. So I'm just going to click there. Yeah, there's the ID. Over there. Okay, back to home. How do I get the session? As you see, there it is. So obviously just need a little bit of time while I was messing around doing all of that. So I can click in here, and this gives me the proper readout of all my results. What I can do, you can see edit shots there. And what that means is I can edit out anomalous shots. So I've got, looking through here, there's one shot. Why won't it let me scroll back up? There we go. 534.8. That's nowhere near the others. So that's going to skew my results. So I can edit shots, and I can remove that first one. So there, done. And it takes it out. And it stops it skewing the results. And then I can export this to other things. I can add notes. And you've got energy readouts. So on and so forth. And then, oh, there you go. There's a spread. 8.9. So that's a good spread. With spreads, I always find as long as it's under 10 feet per second, they don't make much difference. Standard deviation is 2.8. So rifle's doing what it should. Right. That is the Garmin section done. So now we'll move on to the Athlon. So the Athlon is a very similar boot up process. So, right, so much the same readouts again. Hang on, FPS minimum, shot count max. So I'll pop it there. Load up. And again, just making sure I'm pointing in a safe direction. Take a shot. 556. 560. So again, I imagine in editing we'll power through this. One thing to note as we are using chronographs, it's if you're shouldering the rifle like I am now to shoot, it's important that you do your best to hold the rifle the same way every time. So with this, I'm leaning into the rifle and pulling that buttstock into me and doing that at the same time because it can affect your readouts. Or have it in a rest, you know, a front and rear rest, like a weight sled or something like that. And it takes out the human error that way. Right, that is my 13 shots. So, go through the results. Last shot, 546.9 feet per second. My average up the top here, 553.9. So 3.9 feet per second difference in the two. That's not going to make much difference to anything. That's pretty consistent. That's well within a margin of tolerance of each other. And full disclosure, I don't know which one is going to be right or wrong on that. But there's to be that close within each other, that's pretty good. I've got minimum down here, 546.9, and then maximum 561.4. So I will connect to the app and show you that as well. All right, so going to connect to the app on this one. This one I'm a little bit more apprehensive of, because whilst, as you can see, I'm not the best with technology, clearly, without paired the Garmin. I've not paired the Athlon before, I don't think. So we will see if I can get it to work. So I've just opened the Athlon app. Logged in, you do need an account for it. So worth noting, it's just an email and password, or isn't nowadays. So up here, calculator, connect device. So I've just connected it through the Bluetooth. Literally turn it on, and you've got pair down in the bottom left. You hit that, and it brings it up. Enter. There it is. Manage, and there's my sessions there. As you see, I have actually used that chronograph before. And then 13 shots, 5th of August, that's today. And here are my readouts. As you see, you've got your whole shot string there. You can edit shots, take them in and out, projectile weight, blah, blah, blah. You can edit that, add notes, and all your readouts there. And then you can export them. So that's that done. Right, stop that. So, suppose it is outro time. In use, I must admit, I found both chronographs equally easy to use. I'd say the app is probably a bit better on the Athlon side, truth be told, in my opinion. But I like how small the Garmin is. I think it's the initial setup with the buttons. That's a little bit more intuitive for me, but there's not a lot in it. But really, it's up to you guys. What chronograph do you think's best? Put it down below. And if you want to find out more or see if we've got any deals on these, please get in touch and I'll see you next time.